At 80, Tom Selleck confesses, "He was the only one who could do that to me." These words capture the intimate vulnerability of a man whose life, on the surface, appeared as larger than life. Thomas William Selleck, born on January 29, 1945 in Detroit, Michigan, grew up in a family that valued hard work, integrity, and perseverance above all else. His early years were far removed from the glitz of Hollywood. They were grounded in the rhythms of a middle-class upbringing that taught him responsibility, respect, and the importance of pursuing one's passions with dedication. Sports dominated his youth. With a natural athleticism and towering frame, Selleck excelled in basketball, earning a scholarship to the University of Southern California, where he studied business administration. Though business seemed his path, the modeling gigs he took to support himself during college gradually nudged him toward a world he had never imagined for himself. Each photo shoot, small commercial, and modeling assignment became a stepping stone, exposing him to cameras, lights, and the aura of the entertainment industry. It was here, amid the hustle of college life and early modeling, that Selleck's presence began to command attention. A rugged good looks, a height that set him apart, and an intensity in his gaze that suggested a story waiting to be told. As college days gave way to adulthood, Selleck's trajectory shifted subtly but decisively toward acting. He sought formal training at the Beverly Hills Playhouse, immersing himself in the craft, studying technique, character development, and the nuances that separate a fleeting screen presence from a memorable one. By the late 1960s, Selleck began appearing in small television and film roles. Each part was minor, often fleeting, yet each offered invaluable experience. These early forays were not glamorous, but they were formative. Casting directors began to notice his commanding stature, a presence that demanded attention even in the briefest of scenes. He honed his craft quietly, steadily, never rushing, letting talent and persistence define his journey rather than flamboyance or immediate fame. Those years were his foundation, a time of preparation, where discipline, patience, and resilience became as much a part of his identity as his striking appearance. He had stepped into the world of entertainment. But the breakout role that would define his career was still on the horizon. The pivotal moment came in 1980, when Selleck was cast as the lead in the CBS series Magnum P.I. The show, which would air for 8 seasons until 1988, introduced Thomas Magnum, a charismatic private investigator navigating life in Hawaii. The character became an icon almost immediately, the easygoing charm, the humor tempered with emotional depth, and the morally upright, relatable hero struck a chord with audiences. Selleck's portrayal was nuanced. He could be both lighthearted and serious, vulnerable and strong. The mustache, the casual Hawaiian shirts, the confident yet approachable demeanor became a signature, a symbol of a television era that celebrated charisma intertwined with human complexity. In 1984, Selleck's performance earned him an Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series, and he received multiple Golden Globe nominations, cementing his status not merely as a star, but as a standard-bearer for television protagonists. Magnum P.I. did more than entertain. It showcased Selleck's ability to inhabit a character with moral conviction, emotional resonance, and heroism that felt attainable to viewers. The show became a cultural touchstone, representing an era of television where leading men were admired not only for charm, but for depth. While Magnum P.I. defined Selleck's television legacy, his film career demonstrated his versatility. He starred in beloved comedies such as 3 Men and a Baby, 1987, and its sequel 3 Men and a Little Lady, 1990, films that became defining snapshots of late 1980s and early 1990s American culture. These roles allowed him to showcase a different facet of his talent, comedic timing, warmth, and an ability to interact seamlessly with ensemble casts. Yet Selleck did not confine himself to comedy. He explored dramatic and action-oriented genres, including westerns like Quigley Down Under 1990, where he demonstrated that his commanding presence could transition smoothly into adventure and period storytelling. Hollywood offered him iconic opportunities. He was famously considered for Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark, a role he ultimately turned down due to scheduling conflicts with Magnum PI. Even so, his career choices reflected intentionality. Selleck sought characters who were principled, resilient, and relatable, creating a body of work that resonated with audiences across generations. Whether portraying a charming detective, a devoted father, or a heroic figure in an adventure tale, Selleck imbued each role with authenticity, a quality that would define his legacy. By the late 1990s, Selleck demonstrated a willingness to embrace projects that were culturally significant and socially resonant. In 1997, he took on a role in In and Out, a romantic comedy that explored themes rarely addressed in mainstream cinema at the time. Inspired by Tom Hanks's heartfelt speech at the 1994 Academy Awards about two gay men who profoundly influenced his life, the film blended humor with a socially conscious narrative. Selleck's participation signaled both bravery and versatility. The cast included notable actors such as Kevin Kline, Joan Cusack, and Matt Dillon, creating a dynamic ensemble that elevated the story. By joining this project, Selleck not only demonstrated his comedic abilities, but also highlighted his openness to unconventional and progressive storytelling, positioning himself as an actor unafraid to challenge norms and engage with evolving cultural conversations. The following year, he returned to television with The Closer, CBS 1998, portraying Jack McLaren, a high-powered advertising executive navigating a fast-paced, high-pressure corporate world. Though the series lasted only 10 episodes, it offered Selleck a platform to explore charm, wit, and vulnerability in a comedic yet realistic setting, expanding his repertoire beyond action and crime drama to include workplace comedy and character-driven humor. Nearly a decade later, Selleck's television career continued with notable roles that bridged generations of viewers. During the 2007-2008 season, he joined the ensemble cast of Las Vegas, a drama set in the glitzy yet complex world of a fictional casino. Portraying A.J. Cooper, a charismatic and wealthy casino owner, Selleck brought authority, gravitas, and energy to the series. His character navigated the high-stakes, glamorous yet perilous environment of the Las Vegas Strip, managing both personal and professional challenges with an air of sophistication and control. Selleck's presence added dimension to the show, interacting with younger cast members while drawing longtime fans who had followed his career since the 1980s. The role reinforced his ability to command a screen, whether in action-packed drama or ensemble storytelling. Around the same time, Selleck found enduring success in the medium of television films. In 2007, he starred alongside Kathy Baker in Jesse Stone, Sea Change, part of a mystery series adapted from Robert B. Parker's novels. As Jesse Stone, a small-town police chief, Selleck captured the quiet, introspective, and morally complex essence of the character. The film blended detective suspense with a deeply human portrayal of personal struggles, including Stone's battle with alcoholism and a sense of isolation, allowing Selleck to showcase both emotional depth and the nuanced subtlety that had become a hallmark of his performances. Throughout his career, Selleck's choices reflected a careful balance between commercial appeal and artistic integrity. From the sun-soaked beaches of Hawaii to the quiet streets of small-town mysteries, his characters consistently embodied resilience, charm, and moral clarity. He navigated Hollywood with a combination of strategic career decisions, an unwavering work ethic, and a willingness to explore new genres, formats, and socially relevant narratives. Beyond accolades and critical recognition, Selleck's enduring appeal lies in the relatability and authenticity he brought to each role. Audiences connected with him not only for his charisma, but for the depth and humanity embedded in every performance. Over decades, he built a legacy not simply through high-profile roles, but through consistent, thoughtful portrayals that bridged eras of television and film, shaping the way audiences experienced heroism, humor, and emotional complexity on screen. As Tom Selleck reflects on a career spanning over 5 decades, the magnitude of his influence becomes clear. He remains a figure whose contributions extend beyond mere entertainment, He shaped cultural perceptions, brought progressive narratives into mainstream visibility, and demonstrated that an actor could be both beloved and respected across multiple genres. From his earliest days as a young athlete in Detroit to his iconic tenure as Thomas Magnum, Selleck's journey is defined by dedication, versatility, and an unerring commitment to storytelling that resonates. Each role, whether in blockbuster cinema, heartfelt comedy, or intricate television drama, represents a chapter in a life devoted to connecting with audiences, capturing hearts and leaving an indelible mark on Hollywood. In the words he shared at 80, there is not only nostalgia, but also a profound acknowledgement of the relationships, experiences, and influences that shaped a remarkable career. Tom Selleck's story is one of resilience, craft, and the enduring power of human connection, both on screen and off. Tom Selleck's career was not only measured in roles and box office numbers, but also in the respect he garnered from peers and critics alike. Over decades, his performances earned him industry recognition beyond the Emmy Award for Magnum PI and multiple Golden Globe nominations. He was celebrated for his ability to balance commercial appeal with nuanced acting, a rarity in Hollywood. Colleagues often spoke of his professionalism on set, his meticulous preparation for roles, and his natural ease in guiding younger actors through complex scenes. Critics lauded Selleck for bringing depth to characters who could easily have been one-dimensional. His influence extended beyond television and film. He became a benchmark for actors seeking to combine charisma with authenticity. Awards, honors, and retrospective recognitions consistently highlighted his ability to transform familiar archetypes into fully realized, relatable humans. In many ways, Selleck's career helped define the leading man of late 20th century Hollywood, one who could seamlessly transition from heroic drama to heartfelt comedy while maintaining a sense of integrity and approachability. Away from cameras and scripts, Selleck's life reflected the same values that shaped his career: dedication, humility, and integrity. Despite fame, he remained grounded, valuing family and close friendships above celebrity status. He often credited mentors and co-stars for influencing his craft, acknowledging that collaboration and mutual respect were central to his success. Selleck also pursued hobbies and interests outside acting, including sports, philanthropy, and mentoring young talent, demonstrating a life rich in purpose beyond the limelight. Interviews and personal accounts reveal a man who cherished quiet moments and meaningful connections, whose charm extended naturally into everyday interactions, not just scripted performances. Even in later years, Selleck expressed gratitude for the roles and opportunities he had been given, reflecting on both challenges and triumphs with thoughtful introspection, and emphasizing the importance of passion, resilience, and remaining true to oneself. Tom Selleck's legacy extends beyond television ratings or box office receipts. Characters like Thomas Magnum became cultural icons, influencing not only fans but also future actors and creators. His portrayals emphasized humanity, morality, and the capacity to navigate life's complexities with charm and integrity, leaving an imprint on storytelling conventions. The roles he chose and the stories he embraced also subtly shaped societal conversations, particularly when tackling themes of family, morality, and social change, as seen in projects like In and Out. For many, Selleck remains a symbol of reliability and versatility, an actor who could anchor a show, lead a film, or adapt to ensemble casts while never losing authenticity. His work resonates across generations, demonstrating that charisma and depth can coexist, and that a leading man can be beloved for both heroic feats and quiet humanity. Even in his later years, Selleck remained active and reflective about his career. He engaged in interviews, retrospectives, and occasional appearances that allowed him to revisit his iconic roles and share insights into his journey. His reflections often centered on gratitude for the characters he portrayed, the colleagues he worked with, and the fans who supported him across decades. He spoke candidly about challenges, including the pressures of fame, the demands of long-running series, and the importance of choosing roles that aligned with his values. These reflections provide a window into the thoughtful, self-aware individual behind the celebrity, highlighting a career defined as much by intentional choices as by natural talent. Tom Selleck's story offers inspiration not only for aspiring actors, but for anyone striving to balance passion, integrity, and personal growth. His journey underscores the value of perseverance, adaptability, and maintaining authenticity in the face of changing cultural and professional landscapes. From small modeling gigs to Emmy-winning performances, Selleck's trajectory illustrates how dedication and openness to diverse experiences can shape a career that is both successful and meaningful. His life reminds audiences that longevity in any field is achieved not merely through talent, but through consistency, thoughtfulness, and an unwavering commitment to one's craft. One of the hallmarks of Tom Selleck's career was the extraordinary chemistry he developed with his co-stars and collaborators. Whether on the set of Magnum PI, in the ensemble comedy Three Men and a Baby, or during the socially significant In and Out, Selleck had an innate ability to create rapport that elevated the performance of everyone around him. Directors often praised his meticulous preparation, yet effortless delivery, allowing scenes to unfold organically while maintaining dramatic intensity. Co-stars recalled his generosity in sharing screen space, offering subtle guidance without overshadowing, creating a dynamic that felt both natural and compelling. Particularly during Magnum PI, the interactions between Selleck and his supporting cast, Jonathan Higgins, Rick, and TC, were more than scripted moments. They were partnerships rooted in mutual respect, humor, and a shared dedication to storytelling. This collaborative spirit extended to film projects as well. In Three Men and a Baby, the improvisational energy among the trio was amplified by Selleck's timing and sensitivity, making the humor feel authentic and the emotional beats resonate. Through these collaborations, Selleck not only showcased versatility, but also cemented a reputation as a consummate professional who could elevate any ensemble, leaving an indelible mark on the work of those he partnered with. Even the most celebrated careers face hurdles, and Selleck's was no exception. While he enjoyed immense popularity, he also navigated moments of professional disappointment. Roles he declined, such as Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark, occasionally led to speculation about missed opportunities. Yet Selleck consistently prioritized projects that aligned with his values and schedule. Television and film, particularly in the 1990s, could be unpredictable. Short-lived series like The Closer reminded audiences that even accomplished actors faced the volatility of ratings and industry trends. Beyond the public eye, balancing fame with personal life was an ongoing challenge. Constant travel, long shooting schedules, and media scrutiny could strain relationships and personal time. Yet Selleck approached these difficulties with resilience and perspective. Interviews reveal a man who never allowed setbacks to define him, instead viewing each challenge as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. This philosophy not only allowed him to maintain relevance across decades, but also cultivated the mental and emotional fortitude that became as integral to his success as talent itself. Tom Selleck's influence extended far beyond the silver screen. Throughout his career, he engaged in philanthropic endeavors and social causes that reflected his values of integrity, generosity, and cultural awareness. He contributed to programs supporting aspiring actors, mentoring young talent, and offering guidance on navigating the often intimidating Hollywood landscape. Beyond entertainment, Selleck's participation in films such as In and Out highlighted his subtle advocacy for progressive social issues, particularly LGBTQ+ representation in mainstream media at a time when such themes were rarely explored. He also supported educational initiatives, local charities, and community programs, demonstrating a commitment to giving back in tangible ways. Interviews with collaborators frequently note his humility and the ease with which he approached philanthropic work, often preferring to act quietly behind the scenes rather than seek public recognition. Through these contributions, Selleck's legacy encompasses not only remarkable performances, but also a tangible impact on people's lives and the broader entertainment community. While many recognize Tom Selleck primarily for his Emmy win for Magnum PI, his career includes a broader array of accolades and critical recognition. Over the years, industry retrospectives celebrated his ability to inhabit diverse roles with depth and authenticity. Critics praised his capacity to bring nuance to characters who might otherwise have been two-dimensional, whether it was a comedic father in Three Men and a Baby, a rugged detective in Jesse Stone's World, or the suave Thomas Magnum. Lifetime achievement recognitions and festival tributes highlighted his enduring influence, acknowledging not just performance, but professionalism, versatility,